There are no easy answers to this key question, but I'm sorry, I can't read this without laughing. Hey, Bowtie Nation, Joseph Hogue here, and despite the hype, AI is producing some epic fails, answering more than half the software engineering questions wrong in a study by Purdue University. Or, when attempting to renew his passport, Richard Lee was denied by the AI software at the New Zealand Department of Internal Affairs after the software claimed his eyes were closed in the picture. Department officials later said that this isn't unusual, with about 20% of passport photos rejected in error because of the software. But my personal favorite, this Alexa AI fail when asked to find a children's song.
Alexa, play Ticker Ticker.
Bobby, can you tell it to play Wheels?
You want to hear a station for porn detected. Porno ringtone, hot chick, amateur girl, quality, sexy.
No.
But the worst is yet to come, because the robots are now writing the stock analysis you see online. Ask ChatGPT directly to pick stocks, and it's going to give you this templated excuse and tell you to do your own damn work. But that isn't stopping the AI from invading stock analysis. Nation, the internet runs on content, drawing you in for advertising or to sell you things you don't need. And now, with the potential for language models and AI-generated analysis, that content is cheap and about to flood the internet. But it's going to lose your money. From nonsensical analysis to made-up numbers and just a waste of time, this kind of AI stock analysis is already here and will cost you thousands of dollars and more. So in this video, I want to reveal 7 ways to spot AI-generated investment analysis, along with one example straight from Yahoo Finance. And the first sign here is an article with a lot of repetition and just fluff. A lot of the AI stock analysis that I've already seen reads like a high school essay, just trying to reach that word count. And where we are with AI software right now, that AI generated content is just trying to predict the next most likely word. So it comes up with a lot of the most common words more often than they should. Words like the, it, and is appear more often than with something written by a human, and that same idea can be often repeated in multiple sentences. Now, the risk here in not being able to spot AI stock analysis is that it's going to cost you a lot of money and bad investments. When AI can't find a quick answer, it has a tendency to make things up. In fact, one lawyer was fined $5,000 for citing 6 cases in court after researching them on ChatGPT. The problem was the cases were completely fake. Even if the information isn't completely made up, as we're going to see in this example later, a lot of the AI stock analysis is just nonsensical and a waste of time. These articles are rare right now, but imagine an AI content explosion where everything you read about a stock is just rehashed garbage that didn't help you at all. Worst of all, though, the real threat to investors from AI content is that it will create bad investors. If all you see is this worthless copy and paste of numbers and analysis that doesn't make sense, you start to think that that is real stock analysis. You start basing your investment decisions off of this, and that's when you start losing a lot of money. Similar to that first sign, it's just overuse of certain phrases in AI text. The robots love the cliches and generic language like there are many benefits too, and at the end of the day, or in a nutshell. Again, it's just a function of the software trying to predict what comes next. It's looking at all the prior information on the subject and comes up with those most overused phrases and the cliches in the language. We'll get right back to our list, but one place you can always count on for real market analysis is the Bowtie Weekly, our free weekly newsletter with all the stock market news, strategies, and trends you need to know. Each week before the market opens, I'll show you what I'm watching and the stocks that could highlight the week. It's all totally free, just something I like to do for all you out there in the community, so look for that sign up link below. Back to our list though, and one of the worst failings of AI generated content is the weird transitions and segues. The robots just seem to have a hard time transitioning from one idea to another, so you get 2 ideas that don't really fit together and a weird jump from one to the other. One of the easiest ways to spot AI analysis is going to be no metaphors or humor. Robot writing just sounds robotic. AI software has real trouble with metaphors, like the entire AI was trained by Drax the Destroyer. AI won't include all the fun investing metaphors you already know, like blood in the streets and trying to catch a falling knife. It also doesn't do well with humor. The robots will never give you the subtle jokes about butts you know you'll get here. And okay, how's this for a bad transition? We've still got 3 more of those ways to spot AI stock analysis and the risks for falling for this trap, but I've got to send that special shout out to all you out there in the nation. Thank you for spending a part of your day to be here. If you're not part of that community yet, just click that little red subscribe button. It's free and you'll never miss an episode. One thing the robots actually do better than people, but is a sign of AI content, is no typos in the writing. Like a lot of these signs I've seen in articles by non-native speakers, so those content farms that just churn out as many cheap articles as they can. You see all these overused cliches and bad segues. At first I'll be thinking, well, this kind of reads like it was written by a computer, but then you start seeing those typos and it's like, nope, it's definitely a person. A lot of this comes together in sentence structure that doesn't seem natural. Often here, it's just the AI sticking to those strict grammar rules that nobody follows anyway, like being told never to end a sentence with a preposition. For example, you're not supposed to say, "Who are you talking to?" but it feels totally natural. The AI, though, is going to use that grammatically correct "to whom are you talking," which just kind of sounds like some 18th century fop. Of course, none of the risk to bad AI stock analysis is stopping investors from trying. A survey of 2,000 US adults by The Motley Fool found that 47% of them had tried to use ChatGPT or other AI for their stock tips. I'll show you that example next, but AI also still has trouble connecting ideas. Like the robots are all my 7-year-old daughter, and all the ideas just come out as a stream of consciousness. Now, this example is going to come straight out of Yahoo Finance, but I don't want to just sit here and complain and tell you how to avoid the bad analysis. I want to give you something you can actually use as well. So check out the video here for the 7 free investing tools I use every week. 7 investing tools that will make you a better investor. I'm going to use this Zach's article as an example. And full disclosure, I don't know for sure that this is AI generated or if it's just some cheap copy-paste content. But I'm going to pick on Zach's here in just the hope that someone at the company is watching is going to change these because they are so frustrating. I've clicked through on more than one of these earnings announcements, trying to get a good perspective into earnings for a company, and every time it is the same templated nonsense article. And the article always starts with this templated copy of earnings per share and how it compares to the expected report as well as a quarter ago. That's in itself not too bad because it does summarize the information, but it offers absolutely no insight into why the earnings were higher or lower, which is almost of no use. As an investor, you need to know, why did the company report those higher or lower earnings? Is there one particular segment booming or falling behind? Did margins increase, or are there some other issues highlighted by management? And this next paragraph is also a copy and paste of revenues and Zach's estimate. Again, no real analysis or value. And it's these next few paragraphs that really makes me think these are computer generated. Now, bear with me here. I'm going to try reading this paragraph because it makes no sense in my head. The sustainability of the stock's immediate price movement based on the recently released numbers and future earnings expectations will mostly depend on management's commentary on the earnings call. Who talks like that? The sustainability of the stock's immediate price movement? And if that weren't bad enough, then you get to this section, what's next for? And it's always that same repeated phrase, what's next for, in the company name. But you're hopeful because maybe you get some actual real analysis of what happened in the earnings report or something that management said. But the entire section is just this kind of fluff, filler material that you would expect from AI stock analysis. These 2 paragraphs here, there are no easy answers to this key question, but I can't read this without laughing. There are no easy answers to this key question, but one reliable measure that can help investors address is the company's earnings outlook. Okay, that was worthless. Or empirical research shows a strong correlation between near-term stock movements and trends in earnings estimates or revisions. All of this is just pointless jargon that doesn't tell you anything. Of course, they don't miss the opportunity here to drop in the Zach's ranking system and how to get that access, of course, for a fee. There's some more copy and paste here for current earnings estimates, and I can never get past this last sentence. Investors should be mindful of the fact that the outlook for the industry can have a material impact on the performance of the stocks as well. That's about the point I want to lobotomize myself and realize I just wasted 3 minutes of my life. Get the weekly bow tie free with the link below, or click on the video to the right for the 7 free investing tools I use every week. Don't forget to join the Let's Talk Money community by tapping that subscribe button and clicking the bell notification.